Welcome back to the channel. Here we are the day after I was attempting to get a good tune on this Losi truggy. I just wanted to do a quick video on what's going on with it. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on with this. So let's start by just taking this cover off of here and we'll jump right into it. So yesterday I noticed that the wheels on here weren't moving with the transmission. Let me see if I can get you guys in here. So you see these gears here? So if I lift up the one back wheel here and I spin the one back wheel, it's spinning the clutch bell over here on the motor. So we know we gotta drive to the rear wheels. So what I want to do is I want to check and see what else we got going on here. So if I lift this one tire up, you can see that this rear drive shaft is moving. So that's connected up here. But you can also see, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. When I'm spinning this back wheel, let me get you guys in the tripod real quick. Just decided to do this video real quick, so not really too prepared for it. Just hang on a second. I want to show you guys what's going on here. So I got a good view on this tripod here. Got the straight down view here. Okay. Alright, so let me show you guys what we got going on here. So if I actually hold the actual spur gear over here, if I can get you guys a good view. Okay, so if I hold this gear here with my finger and I lift up the back wheel and spin the back wheel, I don't know if you guys can see what's going on here. Watch this center drive shaft down here. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the drive shaft for the front wheels. Let me turn this back actually so you can see better. Okay. Alright, let me see if you guys can see that drive shaft or not. Okay, I gotta get this tripod at the right angle. Okay, just hang out with me for a second while I try to get this set up. You can't really see in here too good. Alright, well anyway, this is the front drive shaft for the front. So if I lift up the back wheel and I hold the clutch bell from spinning, that front drive shaft right here where my thumb is, that's spinning. So that means that we're getting power to at least over here. So what I think happened is, I think that if you look back here on this back one, if I spin this a little bit, you see right here, this is a grub screw. So this screw that's on here takes an Allen wrench, a hex driver. It fits this size Allen wrench, and what I think happened is, I think that loosened up on the front over here. So what I want to do real quick is attempt to fix this real quick with you guys. Try to get the right angle so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. So you see down in this little hole here, we should be able to see that hole in that piece. If I spin this drive shaft around to the correct position, we should be able to see the grub screw through there. I'm trying to see if I could see it in the camera. Alright, let me try to get the grub screw so we can see it. Alright, why are we not seeing the grub screw? Let me see. can't really see in there that good myself. There we go. When I'm trying to record this at the same time. So can you guys, all right, let me look this cat out. Just give me 1 second. Go ahead. All right, sorry about that. The cat had to go out into the other room for some reason, so. Let's attempt to fix this. So what we have here now is we have to get this back in view because I messed up the whole tripod when the cat left. So I think you guys can almost see. Now I can't really see what you guys are seeing. Let me get the grub screw lined up with that hole again. There we go. So right there I can see the grub screw. I don't know if you guys can see that. Through this little hole here, there's a screw in there that takes this. So we're going to see if that is loose. I'm actually going to spin this around again. There we go. So thank you guys for all watching the videos and subscribing and everything. Let's try to fix this buggy because I don't really have any money to spend on this stuff right now. So we're trying to fix what we have right now. This freaking thing keeps spinning every time that I try to get this Allen wrench in here because I'm trying to do this so that you all can see what I'm doing at the same time. So I kind of have the camera right in front of my face. Okay, there we go. All right, we got it. So I don't know if you guys can see what I have going on now. Now I have the Allen wrench going into the screw here, and it is loose. Let me get it back in there. To really look at this. Come on. All right, so this is loose. So now I have to find the flat spot because there's a flat spot on this there's a metal shaft that's sticking out of there. It's semi-round and it has one flat edge on it. Just imagine the flat edge that's on this Allen key. Just imagine this whole thing is round and then it has one flat spot on it over here for this screw to tighten down so that this cannot spin around separately. So that's what we're trying to fix right now. So we actually didn't break nothing on this, which is pretty good. But now what I'm doing is I'm picking up the front wheel. Let me put this up a little higher here. So I'm picking up the front wheel. I have both back wheels on the ground. And I'm spinning this front wheel trying to find the actual flat spot on this. Because there's going to be one spot on this where this can screw down pretty good. And I don't know if I'm finding it or not. I don't think so. There it is. You heard that little pop and you see how this screw is now turning in further? So we found the flat edge that was on there. So I want to rock this back and forth a couple times so I can make sure that this is right in the center of that. Alright, now what we need to do is just tighten this down as much as we can. I know I have Loctite somewhere, but I can't seem to find it. I must have put it in my toolbox somewhere, my car stuff or something. Let me grab some small pliers or something. We're just going to try to crank down on this a little bit as much as we can without rounding it out. I think that's all we got. Alright. So, I believe... Okay. You see how the front wheels are now driving this center drive shaft? Before they were not moving that. Like if I put my finger here in the bell housing, the whole car tries to drive back and forth while I have this wheel up in the air and I'm holding the clutch bell. So we have drive to this again. So we fixed the Losi truggy. It took us about 5 or 10 minutes, but we fixed this baby. So pretty much it was the stupid grub screw that's down in here and you can barely see. The only reason I knew it had one was because I was looking at this back one. And then I was actually sitting here messing with this before, trying to figure out what was going on. I wasn't sure if it was the front diff or that grub screw, but I figured we'd check it out together and fix it together, so that's what we did. So now you can see when I'm picking up the one wheel back here and spinning it like this with the other wheels resting on a table, that this is moving everything. Everything is good to go on this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Allen wrench and check this back one. Because if the front one was loose, there's potential that this back one is also loose. The back one actually seems to be pretty fine. I don't know if I should actually take a pliers and let's try to give her a little juice on there. Alright, you can't see the ones in the middle, so I believe those are fixed to the diff or something like that, but this one here in the front is actually pretty difficult to even find. So yeah, there it is. She's all fixed up. Losi truggy, ready to go again. And we got, I don't know if you guys heard that tune I got on here, but basically the engine will talk to you if you listen to it. If you listen to the idle and you listen to the way it's running. Like I had this tuned up very lean and very fast when I was running this last year when I wasn't making videos, the few times I ran this last year. And when I did that, I kind of set the motor up to want to run like that. So now if you can see the idle, this motor will talk to you pretty much by the way it idles. So you'll be able to hear if it's lean or if it's rich. And now this motor, because of the way I drove it after I broke it in and everything, it wants to run fast. Let's put it like that. That's probably why this grub screw loosened up, was because of the amount of power that this baby is putting out. Now, it won't put out a lot of power if you don't have a good tune on it. Like if the tune is way off, the motor won't run at its full potential, and also it won't idle good. It won't be able to idle for long. Like when I'm done tuning nitros, I will be able to sit this with a full tank of gas in it, and this will idle a full tank of gas through it. Nitro, I should say. I keep calling it gas because that's how I refer to. That's what my terminology is. I just say it's gas because, you know, that's how I refer to it. So it's nitro carb, but I refer to it as gas. Anyway, it's the same difference. You're putting liquid into your motor to run, and this is not electric, so I would not, you know, it's gas. To me, it's a gas car. It's not a petrol, a gasoline engine, but it is running on liquid, so to me, it's a gas car. So I know some people are super critical of your terminology when you're referring to things. So when I am done tuning this, you will be able to sit here with a full tank of nitro fuel and idle this car through the entire tank, and it won't shut off once. and it will have a low idle. And if you take this air filter off, I will assure you that it will have the smallest idle gap that it will run on, which is how uh, racers tune their nitros, which racers are professional tuners of these engines. And they pretty much know what these engines want and what they need to run properly. And if you guys seen the video I made of this running, you can clearly see that there was tons of smoke, and the whole time there was smoke the whole time I was tuning it, whether I leaned or whether I richened and leaned, and you guys can see how easily it is to tune. If you come back from doing a lap and you let it sit there and the idle drops, you can do one of two things. You can make the top, you can richen the top so that the idle will match the bottom, or you can lean the bottom so that it will match the top and it doesn't drop. Either way, you will either end up with a leaner tune or a richer tune. Now, what I was saying is this engine it will talk to you as you're tuning it. It will say, you'll come back, it'll idle up, it'll idle down. Like, this has been sitting for months and months and months. So pretty much it's clearing out everything that was in the crankcase. There was no fuel left in this because this is the truggy, but if there was any residual in the crankcase, by the time you get done with your first few tanks of fuel, you will be able to get a very good tune on this. Now, I was driving down, I did all my videos yesterday at my mother-in-law's house. So when I was driving down there yesterday, I drove by the one track that's in my sort of immediate area, and it was their opening day of their nitro outdoor track, which I didn't even know, or I would have went there and tried to make some videos, but the place was freaking packed. It's a place called The Barn over in Chester, New York, and it's pretty much a nitro, it's a RC car track, but they have an indoor and an outdoor, and during the winter they only have indoor and you can't run nitro. So I believe yesterday was one of their opening days. I could be wrong, but I believe yesterday was their opening day for the season, and the place was freaking packed. I have a short video I may put on at some point of when I was driving by, all the people there and stuff. But I may check that place out one day, depending. But yeah, that's it. I pretty much wanted to go over and fix this, see if we could fix it. That one is for sure needs a clutch, and I don't have the funds for a clutch right now, so we're just gonna pretend that's not broken right now. So we're just running this for now, and hopefully this one doesn't break on me. The only reason I decided to run these two was because these are the two nitros that I have, the only two that I have that I bought brand new recently, in the last few years at least, and I figured they would be a good example to show you guys how to tune on, because they're not outdated, and I know the carbs aren't worn out, and I know the motors aren't worn out, so they would be a good example to show you all how to tune on. So that's what I was attempting to do anyways. So we're gonna have to get back out there and do that again and finish putting a tune on this. I don't want to tune this at my house now because I live at a different elevation than my mother-in-law. So if I tune this here at my house, when I go to my mother-in-law's house, I'm gonna have to retune it again. And I believe that's what's happening now, is I had a tune for where I live, and then I went to my mother-in-law's house, put a different tune on it, And every time you change elevations, you're going to have to make minor adjustments with your tune. So just keep that in mind. Let's say you live at sea level and then you go to a higher elevation. You may have to make adjustments. Your car's not going to run perfectly fine, but you should be able to get it running perfectly fine if you use the examples that are online. Like there's a pie chart on Google. If you type in how to tune a nitro, there is a pie chart online that shows you, okay, you come back and your idle is fine, and then you sit there for a second and it rises up, you have a lean bottom end or you have a rich top end, and it's very simple. You just want them to match. You don't want no fluctuation. You want the engine to be level, so that when you let off, let's say you are a racer and you let off the I refer to it as the gas, but you let off the throttle as you're going into a turn, you want the engine to immediately settle down so that you can use all your friction on the road for the turning and not for braking. Because any energy that you use for braking, as an example, for using the brakes in the car not naturally slowed down by itself, so if you have to apply brakes instead of rolling into a turn, what happens is you end up going straight because you end up breaking grip with the ground by trying to stop instead of using the grip that you have to make the turn. The same concept when you're in a car. If you are in a car and you are making a turn and you slam on the brakes, let's say in the snow, anybody that lives in a winter area knows this. If you slam on the brakes while you're going through a turn in the snow, your car goes straight, doesn't turn. So you can't slam on the brakes. You have to downshift and use the engine to slow down, which is the same concept I'm trying to do with this, which is when I let off the throttle, the car naturally slows down and then I can maneuver better. So I hope you guys enjoy all the info, and I hope this video was helpful. If maybe you lose drive in your Losi truggy one day, could be something simple as the grub screw came loose. Now we're back in business, and I will see you guys on the next one. I was sitting here waiting for some kind of videos to upload or somebody to make a video, but I didn't see anything going on, so I made my own video. And also, one of my other favorite YouTubers has been making a lot of nitro videos. A guy, Kevin Talbot, online. I don't want to use his name to try to get views or anything, but he's one of my favorite YouTubers. Also, I've been watching him pretty much as long as anybody else. Like I said, I like all YouTubers. He's actually pretty cool guy. I was actually in a live stream one day, and he was live streaming fixing something, and I was just commenting and stuff, and he was very responsive to all of any comment I made. He answered me, and he made a conversation. I was like, I like the Milwaukee tools and stuff, and he brought it up actually, which actually was pretty incredible. I hope he sees this video, maybe not, but I hope he knows I appreciate him answering my questions in his live stream. He has 2-point-something million subscribers, and he was not directly talking to me, but he was responsive to my questions in the live stream, and I really appreciate that. So hope he gets to see this, and like I said, I appreciate all of the YouTubers that are out there, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and there's plenty of space on YouTube for all of us. So you guys have a good day, and I hope you watch the next video, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you very much.